Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us this night. And I want to just let you know, first of all, you're in for a real treat. We've got actually, I call him a hero, but I'll explain a little bit here. But we've got Mr. Lynn Spencer. Lynn actually is a senior executive officer, a senior executive director with United Financial Freedom. He actually was one of the first 10 agents with United First Freedom way back in 2006. He has literally trained tens of thousands of people about how money works. He actually, I think, would say his claim to fame is he's married to his beautiful wife, Carmen. Their parents and also grandparents as well. He's a Christian author and he's a follower of the Lord Jesus Christ. And can I say also this? He's my dear friend. He's someone that I can call on. So Lynn, thank you for hosting for us tonight, and we're excited about this. So ladies and gentlemen, please do this right now. Get your pens and pad out, get them out and take notes because you're going to write down what Lynn's going to share tonight. So Lynn, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate the wonderful and kind introduction. And thank you all for being on tonight. Friends, I am super appreciative of your time tonight, and I don't want to waste your time. And I promise you I will not. In fact, I am so excited. I think you're going to be ecstatic by the time you see what we have to share with you tonight. I certainly was the first time I saw this. And by the second and third time I saw it, I was like, I am all in because this is just absolutely remarkable. And, you know, sometimes when people see this presentation the first time, they think, well, this sounds too good to be true. Well, friends, we are a long ways down the path of having to prove this. This is a real deal, and it is good. It's extremely good. But the beautiful part of it is it's true. And what you're going to see here tonight is kind of going to blow your socks off. And so welcome. Thank you for taking time to join us tonight. Friends, let me start right here by just simply asking you what you want out of life. Have you ever thought about that? What do you want out of life? Have you given up dreaming? Have you given up thinking, my goodness, what could I really accomplish or what could I have in life? Well, friends, I'm going to tell you right now that you're about to be able to dream again. What would you do if you could rapidly and easily achieve both financial and time freedom? Think about that. What if you could rapidly and easily achieve both financial and time freedom? What would that mean to you? How would your life be different if you had both financial and time freedom? Friends, I want to introduce you tonight to United Financial Freedom. And what a remarkable company this is. What a remarkable program they have created that you'll see in a moment, and you'll see why we're also excited. I want to introduce the only company and the only program in the country, in fact, the only one on the planet, that allows you to rapidly decrease your debt and increase your income simultaneously. And you're going to see some examples of that tonight, but I'm talking both decreasing debt and increasing your income simultaneously. And we've had so many families now, in fact, you'll see that in a moment too, that achieve an average savings of $150,000 or more. That's kind of an average of what we see. And the income, well, you could make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a week or more. In fact, we're really going to blow your socks off tonight when we get to the income piece of this. A little bit about our history. United Financial Freedom was started by Skylar Whitman and John Washenko. Skylar's here on the top and John on the bottom. They were childhood friends back in their childhood days. They grew up next door neighbors and buddies, if you will. Not related, but just best friends all the way through childhood. In the early 1990s, they got together and started their own mortgage company and became very, very successful. By the time they were really rocking and rolling in the early 2000s as a mortgage company, they were bringing on hundreds of clients every single month. And they ended up with literally tens of thousands of mortgage clients across the Intermountain West. But what they were really keenly aware of is that every one of their clients, without exception, was having trouble getting themselves into a financial situation where they could literally be debt-free. They discovered that most of their clients would come back every 2 to 3 years to refinance and pull the equity out and do whatever people do, and start the whole 30-year process over again, kick the can down the road, so to speak. And they said, this is not right. We need to help our clients get out of debt. These guys had a dream of really helping people become home owners, not just mortgage owners. And they really wanted to do that because you see, both of these guys, when they were young, they experienced their families losing their homes through foreclosure due to debt. So they invested millions of dollars to develop the MMA program that you're going to see here tonight. The Money Max account program is remarkable. It allows people to literally pay off a 30-year mortgage along with all of their other debts, credit cards, car loans, student loans, you name it, business debt, tax debt, healthcare debt, doesn't matter what the debt is. This program allows people to pay off all of their debts, including their 30-year mortgage, in as little as 5 to 7 years, saving tens, oftentimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Listen, I have personally saved a fortune with this program and helped so many people save hundreds of thousands of dollars, and many of our clients are now completely debt-free. And this is all done without refinancing, without changing your budget or the current budget that folks might be living on. And it's done without sacrificing your current lifestyle. In fact, I'll take it so far as to say, we don't want you to change your lifestyle. We want you to have a better lifestyle, use the money that's going through your hands right now, but much, much more efficiently. Now, I know you're really curious at this point to really see how this thing works, and I'll share that in a moment. But I want to really give this company the kudos that they deserve first. They really are truly a world-class financial services company. These guys won the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. You'll recognize Ernst & Young as being a big name in the financial services industry. And Ernst & Young does not just hand out awards just to give out awards. They dig. And they came in back in 2007 and dug into the company's financials, the owner's financials, the longevity, the retention, the product viability. What was the program doing for the consumer? How was it impacting the consumer? And these guys won that Entrepreneur of the Year Award in 2008 in the Utah region. That same award has been given to Apple founders, the founders of eBay, the founders of Starbucks Coffee, and Microsoft. And we've been featured in magazines nationally all across the country. So this is the real deal, friends. This is the real deal. And it's a very prestigious company, and we are truly just honored to be part of it. Well, where are we now? We have now successfully helped literally tens of thousands of clients all over the country pay off a whole bunch of debt. In fact, look at this number right here on the bottom of the screen. As of this past Tuesday, and that's when we did our last presentation, our clients had collectively paid off $2.4 billion of debt. Now watch that number closely, $2.426 billion of debt. Here's tonight's number just 48 hours later, and it's gone up almost another $2 million of debt. That's almost $2 million of principal debt paid off collectively around our clients, among our clients, in just the past 48 hours. Friends, you can see this is the real deal. Now, some of the things that you're going to see tonight are predicated on a couple of principles that you need to understand first. And I want you to put everything aside, give me your full attention, and really focus on these next few slides, because if you don't understand this, nothing else is going to make sense. Friends, we've been essentially misled by the financial institutions and the lending institutions in this country for decades. And when I say misled, I mean horribly misled. If I were to go down to my local electronics store and decide that I want to pick up a big 85-inch TV and put it on the wall because I really want the newest and the latest and the greatest, I don't have the money to pay for it, but I've got my Visa card, right? And I've got some credit available. So I run down to the electronics store and I grab this 25 or 85-inch big screen TV and I paid $2,500 for it. If I'm paying 18% interest, here's what that means. It's 18% APR. It means annual percentage rate. And people forget that little fact, that APR means annual. Well, do you know that if I make the minimum monthly payment on that purchase, it's going to take me 333 months to pay it off? In fact, it's going to cost me another $5,896 just in interest alone, ending up with a total cost for that TV of almost $8,400 over 333 months. Friends, that's 235% interest over the life of that debt. Now, how many of you think that TV is still going to be around and still functioning in 333 months? You see, friends, the lenders don't really want us to see this kind of stuff. Let's take a look at a mortgage. And wow, this opened my eyes so big when these guys, I met with them back in 2006, and when I saw what they showed me, it just opened my eyes huge. When these guys that had this mortgage company showed me what people are really honestly paying on a mortgage, what I was paying on my mortgage, it blew me away. Let's say, for an example, we have a $300,000 mortgage at 4% APR. That's the 4% annual percentage rate on the mortgage. Regular monthly payment of $1,432.25. Now, again, most people get that APR number stuck in their head. If it's 2.5%, 3%, 3.5%, 4%, 4.5%, 5%, whatever that APR number is, that's what people get stuck in their head. Does that mean that's what we're paying? Not even close. Look at these two columns. Look how much of that $1,432.25 each month is going to principal and how much is going to interest. In fact, I'm going to show you over some markers here exactly what this debt really costs, this mortgage debt. In the first 5 years, we would have paid out $85,935, almost 86 grand. How much of that went to reduce the principal amount of the loan? $28,657. Now, wait a minute, that's after tax money. That's my hard-earned money. I already paid taxes on it. I'm paying my mortgage company $57,000 of interest in the first 5 years. Mathematically, I'm paying them 66.7% interest in the first 5 years of that loan. And some people will say, well, yeah, I knew mortgages were kind of front-end interest loaded. Friends, do you know that it doesn't become a true 4% loan until year 29? Look what happens. At year 10, we've paid in $171,000, only $63,600 reduced the principal amount. That means in the first 10 years, we paid $108,000 in pure interest on that mortgage, 62.97% up to that point. Even at the 20-year mark, which is about when you pay off roughly half of the home and you've got roughly half of the principal paid, about the 20-year mark, you've paid $343,740. They give you credit for $158. That means $185. Still, the bigger number is interest. And up to that point in time, it's still mathematically 53.88% interest every payment you're sending to the mortgage company after 20 years. It's insane. It's incredible. And people don't understand this and realize this, and that's why we're sharing it. Because friends, guess what you've been doing for the past 2 or 3 decades? You've been sending all of that money to the bank in interest, and you got nothing for it. Nothing. It didn't buy you anything. They didn't even send you a thank you card. Now, this is a snapshot of a truth in lending statement from one of our clients recently who got a $396,000 mortgage. You can see it right here on screen. That's what they borrowed. They got what would be considered a screaming deal on their rate, their annual percentage rate. But you see what it says right here on the truth in lending, right? This sentence right here, I want you to clue in on that sentence. What does that say? It says, this is not your interest rate. Well, wait a minute. If that's not my interest rate, what is? Oh, it's this total interest percentage down here, 42.24%. Friends, when this homeowner realized they were paying 42% interest over the life of the loan, and yet they thought they were paying 2.65%, they were angry, and I don't blame them. That's how I felt. I felt like that is insanity. I have probably over my lifetime probably purchased 2 homes for me and 3 for the bank. It's just crazy how much interest we're paying the bank and don't even realize it. Well, let me give you the good news. Now that I've given you the bad news, let me give you the good news. This company, United Financial Freedom, created a program that really is remarkable in so many different ways. It's technology based. Friends, have we come to depend on technology? Absolutely. If you're going to take a trip across country, are you going to get in the car and pull out a whole bunch of maps? No. You're going to have one of these right there on the dashboard in the car. It's called a GPS. And you're going to type in your destination. It's going to tell you the fastest path to get there, the shortest amount of time. It's going to make sure you avoid road construction, road closures. It's the best friend you ever had. Well, what if you could have that for your finances and managing your money for the rest of your life? What if you could have a financial GPS that would literally show you in real time the exact path to take to accomplish whatever you wanted to accomplish in life? Some people want to rapidly pay off all of their debts. Some people want to just rapidly build equity and invest in more real estate. Some people want to invest in other things. But whatever you want to do, friends, listen, the key is to be as mathematically efficient as possible with the money that you have going through your hands. You see, because this tool will literally help you not only get out of debt if that's your goal, you can create wealth at the same time you're canceling interest. Real-time guidance, course corrections built in. Friends, technology changes things in a big way. And that's what John and Skylar saw. They saw all of these thousands of mortgage clients, and they said, we've got to help our friends and our clients get out of debt, save a fortune. And so we're going to create the technology that's going to customize their plan and guide them exactly what to do every single day based on their circumstances. Friends, technology combined with the right business opportunity at the right time changes everything. And this is the right time, because you know as well as I do, Americans need help. Let me show you John and Rebecca Jones. And this is just one example out of over 80,000 examples that we have. But just one example. This is John and Rebecca. And by the way, this is not our best example. It's probably fairly average, maybe not even that good. But this is how good this program is. John and Rebecca have 5 debts. And I'm going to start here at the bottom. They've got a brand new mortgage at 3.89%, 325 grand. A Visa card at 18.99%, $2,500 balance. You can see what the monthly payments are in each one of the debts. Student loan, automobile loan, American Express. Their debts total $386,250 in principal debt. That's the principal amount that they owe. Take a wild guess at how much interest the bank is already planning to charge John and Rebecca on top of that principal. Would you believe the banks are going to charge them another $241,918 just in interest? Friends, the average family in America is paying well over $250,000 in interest they don't need to pay, and they don't even realize it. We're sitting on a gold mine, and that's what we're going to show you in a moment, is the opportunity that you have to help other people and help yourself at the same time. The bank says, hey, John and Rebecca, we want you to pay back $628,000 total. Well, that's crazy. That's insane. So we put John and Rebecca on the Money Max account program and said, no, we're going to save you $171,000 of that interest that you would have otherwise given to the bank. Let's keep it in your pocket. We'll show you when your payoff date is. In fact, we're going to plan the mortgage burning party with you, and you're going to be debt free, including your home, in 9.1 years. And here is your customized action plan. All you have to do is exactly what this tells you to do. Never going to run you out of money, and you're going to be debt free in 9.1 years. In fact, again, it's using the same money that's currently flowing through their hands right now. It's just managed in a much more efficient manner to save time and interest. You see, friends, behind this program, there are literally millions of line items of code and mathematical algorithms and formulas that you and I could never even dream of. They spent $19 million in years creating this program with some of the best mathematical technicians on the planet. And the beautiful part about this is John and Rebecca don't have to change their lifestyle. They don't have to refinance. They can just use the same ordinary checking and savings account at any bank or credit union that they're using right now. Use this program as the guide to help them manage their money better, and look at those results. And then John and Rebecca decide, man, this is phenomenal. We're saving 21 years of payments. We're saving 171 grand. We know a lot of people that this program would benefit too. So they decide, we'd like to start doing this business part-time, maybe 4, 5, 6 hours a week, not a lot. We'd like to do this part-time, and we'd like to help at least one other family every week. Well, with that, they're going to earn at least $1,000 a week on average. So they go ahead and plug that into their system. Watch what that's going to do for John and Rebecca. Look up here at the dashboard and watch what that extra $1,000 a week does for John and Rebecca on a part-time basis. They're now going to be debt-free, own their home free and clear in 5 years, saving over $200,000. Friends, I know, again, this sounds too good to be true, but it's not too good to be true. It's just extremely good, and it's absolutely true. And then John and Rebecca say, my goodness, Rebecca, you've been unhappy at your job for a while. You don't like commuting. You know, we know that you want to be home and homeschooling our kids. What if you stayed home and worked 15 or 20 hours a week in this business and created an income of about $3,000 a week on average and quit your job? So they go into the program, they take out her salary, they put in the $3,000 a week from their business, and watch this result, friends. They could be debt-free in 2.5 years and save $219,000, and Rebecca gets to be home with the kids. Friends, this is life-changing. Life-changing. But it gets even better. As good as that is, as extraordinary as that is, it gets even better. Because after John and Rebecca are completely debt-free in just 2.5 years, guess what they can do? Well, anything they want, really. But if they decide that they want to invest that money that was going to the bank in the form of debt payments for that 27.5 years of time that the program saved them, at just a 1% return, and by the way, we can share with you where you'll get a lot better than that, but even at just a 1% return at the end of that same 30-year period of time that they would have barely been getting out of debt, they could have $4.5 million for retirement. Absolutely phenomenal. Friends, this is freedom made simple, time freedom and financial freedom. And again, you and I both know that millions of Americans need help. I'm going to pause the presentation for a moment and ask Steve Bishop to come in and just share a couple of words here of words of wisdom with you. And then we're going to come back and talk about the business and the income side of what we do.
Lynn, thank you so much again. My name's Steve Bishop. I'm actually have been in the financial services business ever since August 6, 1971. But I first was made aware of United Financial Freedom way back in 2008. That's when me and my wife Sue became clients, and also we started using that with our clients as well. Well, let me kind of share. I got two things I really want to share with you tonight, Lynn. I got a call from one of my clients who they have just built a brand new home down in Riceville, Georgia, and he called me up because he was concerned about his interest rate. He said, "Well, he says I'm supposed to have a 6.25% interest rate." Now he's borrowed $240,130. His mortgage payment is $1,478.52. And on the second page of his truth in lending statement, it says that his total interest percentage is not 6.25%, but 121.7%. I explained to him that $1,478.52 that he's going to pay for 360 months, he's going to pay back a total of $532,267. So he's going to overpay that mortgage he borrowed $240,000, but he's going to overpay it by $292,000. But the good thing is, guess what? He actually has a money market account. So instead of 30 years, instead of giving away $292,000, we're going to save him about $212,000 of interest, and they're going to be debt-free in 7.1 years. Well, hey, and Lynn, I think I should have been a real estate agent, but guess what? I'm not a real estate agent. Well, that said, we got some clients last week that we put on the program, and of course, I've already shared this with you. And again, my clients give me the authority to share this with others as well. It's the Montgomerys. They live over near Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and they sent this to me on the 27th of March. This actually was an email that they sent to me. Mr. Steve Bishop introduced us to United Financial Freedom in January 2021. My husband and I looked at the presentation and decided to give it a try. We purchased the program on January 24th, 2021. That was the best investment for our family. I have recommended this program to anyone who seriously wants to get out of debt. 26 months later now, 2 years and 2 months later, we've paid out all of our credit cards, 1 commercial vehicle, 2 personal vehicles, $11,000 personal loan, and our home. We've saved $69,394 in interest, but saved 26 years of payments. Well, but the other thing, I've got to find a realtor over in South Carolina. So if you're a realtor and your contract and you're licensed in South Carolina, you may want to call me, because guess what? My clients want to sell this home. They want to buy another one at the beach for the retirement home. So Lynn, I don't have time to be a realtor. You know why? Because I love this business so much. I love setting people free. So folks, I can go on and on, but listen, I just want to thank you, Lynn, for putting this presentation on for us tonight. So again, thank you so much. So folks, whoever invited you to this presentation tonight, hey, get back with them, let them run your free analysis. But guess what? We need your help also as an agent. Thank you.
Steve, that is so exciting. That is fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that. And friends, there is a phenomenal opportunity here, not just an opportunity to help people save a fortune and get out of debt so much faster. That's the best part of what we do. We just thrive on that, every one of us. But guess what? We get paid really, 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 really well to do it. So
Yes, we do.
I want to go in and share what the opportunity is and how you can be part of this, because this is a business opportunity. And again, friends, highly prestigious financial services company, been around now for about 25 years, and they pay us 6 or 7 different ways to help families. It's phenomenal. Let me just share one way with you tonight. I'm not going to go into all 6 of this because it just really becomes unbelievable. But I just share one way, and that is in direct commissions. When we help an average family save $50, $100, $150, $200,000 of interest, save 20, 25 years of debt payments, of course, the family is elated. They're just absolutely telling everybody they know about it. And we get paid really well. In the beginning, we get paid about $900 for helping an average family. Now, the company does want you to split your first 2 sales with a trainer because we want to make sure that you're trained and trained correctly. So we're going to assign you with a certified field trainer. And then as you help more families and grow your business, your debt elimination business, your contract level can increase. You don't have to ask for a raise. You're an independent 1099 contractor, so you don't have to come back and ask for raises. It's automatic. It's based on your performance. So as you help more families, your contract level increases, and you can just see, you can stair step right up to as much as $1,400 if that's what you want to do, is just go out and help families. Now, and I'm saying if because it is not required, if you decide that you want to build a team, think of it as opening your own office and you want to have 3, 4, 5, 6 people working with you in your team, and you'd like to help train them and get them going, we'll pay you for that too. And that's called management overrides. So if you decide to build a team, then you can go up here to the executive director level and you get to override your team's production. Here's what I mean. If I'm an executive director and I have a managing director on my team, every time they make a sale and help a family, I get $150 override, whether I'm involved or not. If I have a senior director on my team, I get a $290 override. And so on and so on. If I bring on a new associate and help train them, when they make their sales, I get 650 override, because that's the difference between my contract level and theirs. Pretty cool, right? Well, I want you to really look at this and see the opportunity here, friends. Look at this. If I am an executive director and I have 5 people in my branch, so to speak, in my business, and I'm overriding 1 sale per week. I help 1 family per week. Each one of these people helps 1 family per week. That's a total of 6 sales per week. If I add it all up, that's $3,600 a week income. That's equivalent of 187 grand a year. Well, maybe I want to expand my business and have 10 people on my team, 2 at each level. Or maybe just continue working with those same 5 people and we each go out and help 2 families a week. Friends, it only takes about 4 to 5 hours total to help each family. That's it, because the company provides all of the client support once we bring them on board. So 4 to 5 hours per family. Yeah, I could do this part-time and go out and help 2 families a week and teach my team how to do the same thing. And if I and each one of these people on my team is each helping 2 families a week, my income is at $7,200 a week as an executive director. Friends, can you see how quickly you can make extra money or give up the job that you probably don't like anyway and make phenomenal money in your own business? Friends, let me just ask you this as we wrap this up tonight. What have you invested so far in your life, both in time and money, to get you where you are at right now? What have you invested? I want you to be honest with yourself. Has it paid off the way that you had hoped and planned? Are you where you want to be? If you stay on your current path, where will you be in the next 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years? Are you going to be debt-free? Are you going to have financial freedom? Are you going to be able to work when you want to work and play when you want to play? That's important, having true time and financial freedom. Well, with United Financial Freedom, you could have both, and you could start it and have both within a very short period of time. Friends, you know what businesses cost. They're expensive. The average business right now in America is $30,000 to $40,000. The average franchise is right around $150,000 to $200,000. This business is a one-time investment of only $41.44, and we'll even finance it for you. Did you hear that? You don't even have to come out of pocket for the $41.44. We'll finance that for you with payments as low as $125 a month to get started, and you get paid $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a week. Are you kidding me? Would you invest $125 a month to have your own home-based business and be able to make $2,000 to $3,000 a week? Hello? Would you invest $41.44 one time? That's about equivalent of a couple of months mortgage payments for most people. Would you invest that one time, or finance it and just do the $125 a month in order to save 15, 20, 25 years worth of mortgage payments? Of course. It's an absolute win-win-win. It's a no-brainer. Friends, this is so powerful. This changes everything. This business will literally help you crush your debt, beat inflation, and you can become financially and time-free very, very quickly and easily. And you get a lifetime of benefits. The company provides lifetime coaching, training, and support. And by the way, so does the field force. You'll get your own personal Money Max account plus a demo account that you can show others how it works if you'd like to. All future upgrades are free. You'll never pay another penny for the program. All the upgrades are free. You can do forecasting, true cost analysis. You can do financial planning. What if I did this? What if I did that? How does it impact me? Friends, you've only seen about this much of what this program will do tonight. It is remarkable. It's like having a team of 100 accountants working 24/7 for you. You'll get marketing tools and resources that are done for you. We've made this so simple. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to get started. All you have to do is get back to the person that referred you, sign up as an agent, get your own MMA program going, and then start sharing the opportunity with others. Start inviting them to the next presentation. It's that easy. It's called Freedom Made Simple. Friends, most people shrink their dreams to match their income, but now you can grow your income to match your dreams. So with that, we're going to stop the presentation, and believe we've got some other folks on here tonight that would like to share what the program is doing for them. Tony Lee, would you mind unmuting and just sharing what your experience has been with the company and the program?
Absolutely. Great presentation as usual, Lynn. I just want to tell a quick story. I'm unlicensed. I'm not in the financial industry, and I've been doing this. And I sit here from home, and I help people every week with our program. But I just had a client that her husband passed, and she's only 48. He was only 51, and she had no clue about their finances, where their money was at. And they had started into the vacation rental business. So they had 3 mortgages outside of their home mortgage. She had no clue about her finances. When I showed her the program, we're going to have her debt free in 11 and a half years. She's going to save close to between $300,000 and $400,000 in interest. But here's the key thing. She would be 59 and have over $20-some thousand of income coming in every month by just getting out of debt from what her husband put in place. Now, he didn't leave her an insurance policy, sad to say, but I think she would rather have the $20-some thousand a month coming in guaranteed almost every month. And that's on the low end. And look, she had 3 realtors, a financial planner, a CPA. None of them could show her that, right? We have the only product out there. All we have to do, we don't have to know the product completely. You need to use it. And that's the reason Lynn talks about joining for the 4,144. But look at this. The system does all the work. And when I showed it to her, that's what she loved about it. She didn't have to think about anything. All she had to do was input her information and follow what the system told her to do. No thinking involved at all. And oh my God, she calls me her hero. And that's what I like to talk to every other professional that may be on this call. You should be that person's hero, right? You guys have got the license. You should be helping them, right? I have no license, but I became her hero. Remember the 3 real estate agents, the 2 mortgage guys, financial planner, the CPA? Guess who we're setting up to talk to in the next 30 days? Every one of them, because they should have been the hero instead of me. They should have already knew about this and were sharing it with their clients. Lynn, as you can tell, I get chills every time I tell these stories.
That's awesome, Tony. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is so powerful. Denise Ray, would you come on and share what a beautiful young lady from Florida? Denise, would you share what the program is doing for you and what you've experienced so far with the company?
So I want to share a couple of things, just kind of piggybacking off of what was just shared. So I started using the program a few months ago, and like, I always thought I was doing pretty good, right? So I was that person that always thought I was outsmarting the system, right? So I would get like the 0% interest credit cards to pay off higher interest things. And I thought I was really outsmarting it. And so once I started using the system and following it, like at the very, like, I thought it was a great program, but then at the very beginning, like I thought I knew better than it, right? So I would go get a 0% interest credit card, or I would go do this, or I would go do that. And I was overriding what it was telling me to do. And then I realized, like, okay, so let me just do what it's telling me to do. Let me just do it. And because intuitively, it was not making sense to me. But once I just started following what it was telling me to do, like, I'm ahead of the program, right? So I have my own personal mortgage. I'm a single mom, 2 teenage kids. I have my personal mortgage, and I also have a rental property. And I'm seeing now that I'm starting to listen to it and do what it's telling me to do. I went from being like 20 years out on paying everything off to about 7.5 years now. Yeah, I know, right? And then not to mention, like, the one thing that I love is the flexibility of it. So I had like a really, like, an unexpected kind of out of nowhere, like $7,000. And I had to put it in the system, and I was like, oh crap, what is this going to do to me? Right. So I put it in there, and it really only changed by a couple of months, right? Because when you look at it over time, it's just, I can't even believe what it's doing. But the thing I tell the people I get into it is, you have to do what it says. You have to listen to it and not your own. Like, you think you know better, like, listen to it, let it tell you what you need to do. So I love that. And then the other thing is just, so aside from the money-making opportunity, it's just like, it knows better than you know. So I think that's the most important thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm very happy with it. I've been working it, and once I started trusting it a little bit more instead of thinking I knew better, it's been working great.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Denise. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Steve Bishop, I'm going to let you wrap it up tonight, my friend.
Well, thank you again, Denise. That's so powerful. We certainly appreciate that. And but we thank you for being on with us this evening. And Lynn, as always, great presentation. Tony, like I said, Tony's a hero, and we're just excited about the opportunity we have to serve people and help people become mortgage and debt free and build wealth for themselves instead of building wealth for the bank. So good night, everyone. Hey, Sunday's Easter Sunday. Get up and
Yes.
go celebrate the resurrection.
Yep.
Thank you.